Hello, hi, my name is Alghanim. Thank you everybody who shared with me my workshop Far from Isolation. And my pleasure to be my guest. And this started actually, I have received a lot of messages to repeat my workshop. And this is why I have connect with all the participants who required this workshop, and I have sent you for sharing with me this information. And let's get started. And I hope you like it. Let's go then. Okay, far from isolation. As a matter of fact, isolation leads to impact on our daily life in general and affect our productivity and system. So to shift from this silent spot of isolation is vital. To move forward toward your plan and target is crucial, despite the isolation and being not active. To process the transformation and transition of shifting from silent spot, we have to accelerate and move step forward to organization process, to our self-organization process, on which plays a key vehicle to move forward and to recover our system. This is the main reason of my workshop, is to fix what's broken inside your self-organization. Okay. In fact, there are three processes that leads to recover our system and keep us far away from isolation. So the first process is technique. We have each individual has different technique. So whether myself, yourself have different techniques in our life perspective, inside our house, inside our self-organization. So we use our techniques, right? Then with the technology, of course, everybody's right now, they use their mobile or tablets and laptop, right? So we have to use the technology in order to connect and to shift from isolation. And tip, no doubt, to write in your notebook what exactly you want to do and how you want to draw your plan or task during the day, weeks, and month. Okay, so these three processes are crucial to organize and shift from isolation spot to complementary, because since you have a lot of complementary, it will increase your performance and recover your outlook, right? So this is very important to fix what's broken. We don't like to be isolated without doing anything. We have to do something that make us really satisfied and enhance our target to increase our achievement. Is not really it's not really it's not really nice or kind to isolate yourself, because isolation lead to attack the system, because it make it awkward, unorganized, and we want to avoid disorganization. This is my proposal in my workshop. In order to translate the above crucial aspect, the first stage I want to explain for you the first stage that I have mentioned, the three processes that lead us to self-organization or to get out of the box. We have to use our techniques. So each individual has different technique or technology. Most of us, we use our mobile and note, right? So it depends, and this is the first stage. So to translate the first stage, I have to explain for you what are the crucial aspects that we need to organize our system. In order to translate the above crucial aspect of which leads to organize our system, we have to inspect our weaknesses, strengths, together with the reason why we are weak in this point, why we are sitting without doing anything, what happened to our system or our self-organization inside our home. We have to fix what's broken. We have to make it, we have to close this gap. We don't want to be isolated, sitting, just watching TV, not doing anything. Probably most of the here, whether was as a matter of fact, we are all human beings. So sometimes we use our brain to function our task and target, but it's not really lead you to self-organization. It lead you to increase your stress and make too much pressures, overload yourself, overwhelming yourself with negative energy. Okay, so in order to translate the above crucial aspect which lead to organize our system, we have to inspect our weaknesses, strengths, what are the reason for these weaknesses, of course, and we have to identify these vital points to maintain and to be active for recovering our system, personal system inside our home, inside our house. Okay, we have several aspects to recover our system and shift to an active area. However, it's not only money that leads to stay active, but there are vital points required to develop and sustain our life and outlook, right? So when you sit in the house, you have a piece of paper, right? When you write down what you have think and what's inside your brain, you translate it to a piece of paper and you write it down, and here it come out the new idea. And then you translate this new idea to activity. And these all processes does not need to pay for it, right? So this is what type of our techniques that we use it in daily life in order to shift to self-organization. See, this is in this slide, I try to explain for you the process of shifting from isolation, the first stage, The following are vital points to start up your system, our system, and drive our vehicle far away from isolation and lead to recover our system. So this is the first practice. You have your piece. You have to, use a piece of paper and write it down. And this is the practice number 1 in my workshop. What's your technique? What your technology you prefer? What do you want to do? The second stage is what is, as I have explained for you, is how you translate the first stage. You have to understand yourself. We have to understand ourselves, our weaknesses and strength together with the reason, and we have to identify. Thus will develop our life, develop and shift us to organization perspective in our house. So it's very important to develop, to organize ourselves, because staying without activating the personal system will not develop personal life perspective. So it's very crucial to move step forward rather than staying silent in isolation area. Kindly, dear participants, you can download an app from Play Store called SWOT. The name of the app is SWOT, SWOT. It has already the template, the platform, help us to implement this stage. Or you can use very simple platform, as you have seen here in my slideshow, would be the second practice. What are your weaknesses? What's the strength, reason, and you have to identify. This is the practice number 2 in my workshop. Actually, as a matter of fact, I want to help. We need to push us and encourage ourselves and help ourselves in shifting to an active area. We don't need to isolate ourselves inside our house without doing anything, without a complementary, without improving our performance. We have to implement development is very important. Okay, applying essential ingredients to process the system of being organized. They are essential ingredients that lead to approach the process of organization, self-organization. And also it helps us to recover our system and control. Okay, so applying essential ingredients to process the system of being organized. They are essential ingredients that lead to approach the process of organizing the status of our system. As a matter of fact, taking control of our life to convert to an active status is very important. So the first ingredient is control management. Okay, so we have to take control and monitor our life, our system inside the house, or controlling your task and plan. The second, priorities. We have to sort our priorities. There is important but not urgent, but there is urgent and important. So you have to put the urgent and important first, then the next would be important but not urgent. So when we have plan and task, we have to sort our priorities. Then we have also to add the third ingredient is the appropriate time for you. Why? Because it's inside your house. You are in charge of your home. You are the only one responsible for recover your system, to protect your self-organization. These ingredients help us to keep our outlook stable, to monitor, to know your priorities, to choose your appropriate time, to write down what exactly you want to do. And then, since you apply all the ingredients that I have mentioned, it takes you to the direction of achievement. Then, averting negative icon. Why I have applied all these ingredients? To avoid procrastination. Why I have mentioned the first stage of the processes that shift all the people who isolated themselves to an active area. Then you translate it in the second stage to develop for development. Then you add ingredients, right? This is the third important key to monitor and protect your system inside your house. Okay, so all these tools leads to averting negative icon, to avoid disorganization, because if there is any disorganization or procrastination, will flit your task, will crash your task, and will delay all your plan, and then you have to spend more and wasting time. So everything would be awkward and unorganized, and then attacks the system, and the system would not be stable. Your self-organization. This is how you protect your system and protect it from attacking your self-organization. Okay, so practice number 3 is the mind map. So also, again, dear participant, you can download it from the Play Store, and you have the template that build up with all the framework that you needed in order to help you for implement your task and plan inside your self-organization. So as you can see here in the slide, the plan or task, there you have to apply the ingredients that I have mentioned, like to monitor and control your self-organization, which task you want to do first or plan, and your appropriate time. Since you apply the 3 important elements and tools, what happened? It leads you to the right direction. There wouldn't be any procrastination, no delay task. The system would be protected because you are responsible, as I have mentioned, since you have, controlling all the, elements inside your self organization. Then finally you will implement your achievement. You will enhance your target. Okay, I will show you in this diagram and try to define the objectives. Okay, to process the system and shift to reshape and organize area is to draw and set objective, and these targets identify as follows. Your targets, my targets, our targets should be specific. Our objectives should be specific, clear, and realistic. Then we have to measure our target or our objectives. You have to measure it exactly in terms of termination, time, and value of performance. Not only of value of performance, your budget also. Some people, they have their own plan in order they want to fix, for example, house renovation, okay, or house building. They want to build their home. It should be inside this border, not exceed their border and their ability. They have to be sure that when they want to build their home, it should be specific and realistic, in line with their measurement of time and value. It comes with the positive result. Okay, so our target or objective, it should be specific and clear. Our measurement, the measurement of termination and value performance, that for achievement, it's increasing our productivity, it's increasing our performance. Outcome and result. Why? Because we wanted to deliver and shift to organization area. Okay. Practice number 4 is the spreadsheet. Write down your task, your time. The third comes for evaluation and assessment. Okay, evaluation, you evaluate your performance in your task and you track your task to avoid any obstacles. Assessment, you have completed according to your plan and according to your priorities. Okay. Procrastination. In fact, procrastination can impact on our performance and lead to crash our task. Consequently, the task would not be implemented and our productivity will delay. This could cause harm to track our target and achievement for several reasons, right? As one of the reasons I can explain it and make it clear to you, Corona crisis in 2020 and 2021. What happened? All the systems shut down. We all sit inside the house, and this is we were all isolated inside the house. What happened? Our task delay, and because there is procrastination. So procrastination lead to isolation. Isolation lead to crash our system. Our system will be disorganized. Okay, what are the reasons for procrastination? As you can see, capacity of distraction. This is one of the reasons of delaying task or procrastination. Avoiding and dislike task. Probably you have chosen to implement your task, but you don't like it. So kindly, when you want to do something, make sure that you do the things that you like first. And try to avert the task that is not in line with your ability and measurement, together with your desire as well. If there is no determination, no desire, you cannot like your task. So make sure you have to exactly understand yourself. What are your weaknesses? You remember stage number 2? So this is if you have avoid your task, this is cause delay, procrastination. Also, internal factors such as internal emotion, fear and anxiety, and desires not to offend, or overly optimistic to time of assessment. So these are the reasons for procrastination. I have made this formula, and to translate what I have mentioned in words to actually formula. And this formula come out with the following evaluation. So using the toolbox of organization, personal plan has to convert the task into formula. Why? We need to measure the process of tracking task and plan without stop at the zero zone. We don't want to stay isolated. Okay. So what happened during the corona crisis? What happened to our task and plan? Okay. As you can see here, if you have implement the task, you put your first task as a priorities and urgent, you completed 80%, whereas the second task, you complete 20%. The final task that it need to be completed was zero, nothing. So our achievement during Corona crisis was about 30 to 33%. Okay, we were isolated for about 70 to 80%. Why? Because there is procrastination. Procrastination need to delay task. When we delay task, our system will be attacked and we stay in isolation area. Plus, there is a lot of money flow out. We spend more. Okay. To compare the relationship between isolation or procrastination, together with the assessment of your plan and task of personal organization, the following represent the time zone of assessment and disorganization. See, when you have procrastination in your task, or you have put a measurement for your objectives beyond your level, beyond your, ability of value and time, this would cause procrastination and you will be isolated. And as you can see, the orange area is the isolation area because of procrastination. We have 70% here. So that's mean you spend 70% from your wallet if you are living in single income, and the activity and performance was 30%. So the system is not balanced, is not disequilibrium, disorganized. Why? Because of procrastination. When I have reached to this evaluation and assessment, I advise all the people who live with single income to save 70% for about 90 days during the year, and if any 3 months during the year, whether the first quarter, the second, it depends about you to make a decision to recover your system. Because since you have saved money and you have encouraged yourself to keep 70% in saving account, will recover your system and protect also your outlook from procrastination. So when you have inside your self-organization procrastination, immediately if you are living with single income, the first treatment would be saving. Saving will recover your system and stabilize your outlook. Okay. Finally, this is the end of my workshop. Hope that you like it and all the information prove useful to everyone. Thank you so much for participating with me in my workshop. Again, my name is Alya Alghanim from Kuwait, and I hope that all the informations are clear to everyone. Kindly, if you need any question, send me to my email, and my pleasure to feed you back with all the information that you need. And my workshop draft as an attachment. Thank you so much, and hope to see you again with a new workshop that make you more interesting in participating with me in my workshop. Goodbye and have a nice time. Enjoy your day.